You're watching the South Texas News Leader. This is 3 News at 5.
Well, good evening and thanks so much for joining us here. Winter is ready to make its presence felt across the state tonight. Temperatures will be dropping fast and the coastal bend is now preparing for what will likely be, at the least, some of the coldest weather that we've seen in quite a while. With all that being said, we want to get right over to Chief Meteorologist Carly Smith, who's been here tracking it for us this evening. Carly?
Yeah, this is going to be a big winter storm. Coming up, we're going to take a look at the satellite radar imagery and show you where things are evolving, where there's already been a transition to some wintry precipitation well to our north. But for now, we're focusing on the coastal bend. So we have an extreme cold warning that's now in place. That's going to be from 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday night to 12 p.m. Monday. So 6 p.m. Saturday all the way through 12 p.m. Monday, which means it's going to get really cold Saturday night and Sunday night. Extreme cold watch still in place for most of the coastal bend. So those areas we're pretty confident are going to get extremely cold, which means wind chills down below 15 degrees is going to be Live Oak County, Bee County, Refugio County, Aransas County. These are also the counties that have been added to a winter storm watch for the potential of freezing rain and some sleet mixing in. That was the cold front coming through, by the way. And so once that front moves through Saturday morning, our temperatures are really going to start to fall. It does look like we fall into the 20s there Sunday morning for your wind chills, but 32 will be flirting with the freezing line across those northern counties, which is why they have the best chance of seeing some freezing rain mixing in. Then I want to show you how cold it's going to get on Monday morning. We're talking wind chills easily in the teens, air temperature down in the low 20s. So it will be a hard freeze for us heading into Monday. Another hard freeze is going to be possible on Tuesday. Here are your numbers for Corpus Christi specifically. We're talking a wind chill around 15 degrees early Monday morning. Mike.
Well, we do have breaking news at this hour. Corpus Christi police were called to the scene of a homicide earlier this afternoon at McArdle and Ayers. Then, just minutes later, officers responded to another scene, this time at Port and Agnes, for reports of an officer down. We have since learned that's where 2 CCPD officers have been shot. One is in critical condition. Our Natalia Osuna is there live for us this evening. And Natalia, tell us what you've been able to find out so far.
Hey, Mike, Leslie. Well, it is an intense scene out here. Now, we just spoke to Chief of Police Mike Markle, and again, information is, quite limited at this time, but here is what we know. Let me step aside here so you can see the scene behind me. So we know there were 2 officers shot. One is in critical condition and a third officer who had minor injuries. Now they are in the hospital and the suspect is also in the hospital. Chief of Police Markle says that he is stable. The suspect is stable, and they're saying he is a 37-year-old male. They don't have a name for the suspect yet, and they're saying that this came after, like you can see here behind us, we are at the intersection of Agnes and Francesca Street, and again, a pretty active scene here still, but this came after. Again, police chased the suspect who was in a white van. The white van is behind those police cars that you see there in the distance. And they're saying that they, tried to apprehend him and then the suspect shot, which caused, again, these 2 police officers to get shot. Again, we know that one is in critical condition. They are all in the hospital, the 3 officers who were injured, and the suspect is also in the hospital. Police are saying he is in stable condition. Again, this is what we know so far, but an active scene here. And now I did ask Chief of Police Markle if there was a continued threat in this area, what he wanted to share with community members and neighbors here. And he said that they believe this was just a single homicide threat and there's not a continued threat in this neighborhood now. So folks can rest easy knowing that. But again, it's a, developing story, and we will continue to keep you updated as we learn more details. Reporting live, I'm Natalia Suna, 3 News.
All right, Natalia, thank you for those details tonight. Again, she's there at the scene. This has all happened very quickly this afternoon. She's gathering details there. We will learn more as the night goes on, but let's reset it here for you because just minutes before that shooting, officers were on the scene of another shooting, this time at McArdle and Ayers. That's where police found one victim on the ground with 5 gunshot wounds. That victim was taken to a nearby hospital where they later died. Police say both shooting scenes do appear at this point to be connected. Multiple people have been detained so far. And again, this is a developing story. Stay with 3 News as we work to learn more. Well, with the possibility of ice perhaps headed toward parts of the coastal bend, city and county leaders in the northern area say that they're taking steps now to try to avoid problems later. In fact, in 3 Rivers, crews are focused on keeping water flowing even if temperatures drop below freezing. The city now has warmers in place at the water plant to ensure that the chlorine can still be delivered into the water during any kind of an ice storm or freezing temperatures. Other parts of the plant are also being given an extra layer of protection. Now, our Michael Gibson will have that full story coming up for you tonight right here on 3 News at 6. Well, other news now, livestock show season continues here in the coastal bend where months of hard work have led to, well, showtime. Right now, the San Pat and Aransas County A&H's show is underway in Sinton, and that's where we find Sinton native and my co-anchor, Leslie Adamy. She joins us live here on this Friday. And Leslie, how's everything going out there tonight?
Hello, good evening, Coastal Bend. Hey there, Mike. Yes, so we are live here in Sinton for the San Pat and Aransas County A&H show. And right now, I'm hanging out in the homemaking building. I mean, check this out. What you're looking at right here is a mirror that was created by a student with the GPISD, and it's just one of many very impressive projects here at the fairgrounds. And we're going to be showing you around throughout the 5 and 6 o'clock newscasts. But right now, I want to bring in that student who created this mirror, as well as the show president, Mr. John Steelhammer. Y'all go ahead, come in the shot, Mr. Steelhammer. We'll go ahead and start with you. The show has come around. Months of prep leading up to this. What's your favorite part about seeing it all come together?
Absolutely. My favorite part is having the kids showcase their animals and their homemaking projects after a year or months of long work, and seeing their faces when they do good or have a ribbon or even don't place well but learn something, and that's the best part of it.
And then talk to me really quick about why the livestock show is just so important for ag here in the county and also for the students and the youth.
Oh gosh, it's so important, and people don't realize how important it is, but the kids learn so many things by taking care of animals or learning to cook, where so many kids don't have that opportunity any longer. So we're very fortunate to have those kids that do this and come back and help.
Lots of incredible skills that are learned here at the show. And then we have Miss Presley Brooks. She brought this mirror to life. She's the mastermind behind it. Presley, talk to me a little bit about this mirror. What inspired you to create it?
I saw a girl on Facebook make it, and I thought it was really pretty and it would be fun to make, so I decided to make it for 4-H.
And you did pretty well. I see a big ribbon. Talk to me about how that went.
I was very excited about it and very happy, so showed all my parents.
Yeah, and you know, for people who see this interview, this project that you made, and fellow students, any advice you have for them who may want to enter something next year?
Always try your hardest on them, because even if you do bad, you can do better next time.
Very good. Presley and Mr. Steelhammer, thank you so much for that. Hey, a big talker right now, of course, is the powerful cold front that we have coming into the coastal bend this weekend. For that, let's go ahead and toss things over to Chief Meteorologist Carly Smith. Hey, Carly.
Hey, Leslie. Yeah, we're going to take a deep dive into the current satellite radar information and the futurecast for the Lone Star State. What I want to point out on this water vapor imagery is this is our upper level low that is really responsible for pumping in the Pacific moisture. So you see that moisture stream that's kind of more into central Mexico. That's going to eventually get brought north and continue to fuel. It looks what will likely be our Sunday morning round of showers and storms. But right now we've got a lot of moisture that's starting to build into northern Mexico, and that is moving into North Texas. You'll see the snow and the freezing rain and the sleet already starting across portions of West Texas. Lubbock likely seeing a transition to snow right now. And then as we continue on, Oklahoma City really expected to get some of the higher amounts of snowfall that could wind up being over a foot if forecast models really play out. But for now, Dallas is seeing rain. They're going to start to see that transition to the wintry mix as their temperatures fall. It's currently 32 in Abilene, 22 in Lubbock. We are hot though. We made it to 80 degrees today, by the way. But here's our timeline. The cold front is still to our north as we head into Saturday morning. It passes through around 10 a.m. on Saturday, and you see this little surface low that develops. That's going to help bring a chance of thunderstorms into the area as the front is passing. Then we're going to see the front pass through, and that's when we're watching into Sunday morning, our chance for some freezing rain trying to mix in, but odds are we see mostly rain here in South Texas. We'll break down that complete forecast coming up shortly after this.
When big companies cause big problems, we get big results. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
The Home and Garden Show is back and packed with inspiration. Discover the latest trends, expert advice, and exclusive show-only savings for every corner of your home, inside and out.
Explore hundreds of booths packed with the latest products and fresh ideas. Plus, admission is free all weekend. Enjoy giveaways, farm-to-table cooking demos, gardening seminars, and free crafts for kids all weekend.
The Home and Garden Show. One place, one weekend, all your projects solved.
You know what's great about the January sell-off at Furniture Row? Everything is on sale with savings up to 50%. Shop and save on every bedroom group, every dining set, every sofa, every mattress. Every single thing in the store is priced to go, from the lamps to the rugs and even the pillows. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Or make your cash go further with 60 months no interest financing. The January sell-off on now at Furniture Row.
I'm Robert Heil with the Heil Law Firm. You probably haven't heard about us yet, but you will. That's because we're doing things a little bit differently here at the Heil Law Firm. We provide the best possible customer service, access to the best healthcare providers, and the best possible outcomes on your case. That's why we've won Caller Time Best of the Best the last 3 years in a row. Most importantly, we give back a part of every case we win to make our community better. At the Heil Law Firm, we are battling for justice and winning for the community.
Would you buy a life insurance policy if you knew your rate increased every 5 years? What if $9.95 a month bought you less than $1,000 in protection? Sadly, many policies that seniors buy today fail to mention this in their advertisements. You could buy a policy that might not give you enough coverage when you need it most. Call now to receive free information on the Senior Care Plan from Senior Life Insurance Company. The Senior Care Plan guarantees your rates cannot increase. Your benefit will never decrease. There is no medical exam, and you will have lifetime coverage. You could qualify for up to $30,000 in whole life protection, and rates start as low as $5.90 a month. With the Senior Care Plan, your coverage can start immediately, unlike other policies that don't give you full coverage for 2 years. Call now for free information on the Senior Care Plan from Senior Life. By calling now, you lock in the lowest rate possible. You have no obligation. Call now.
Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
3 News First Edition keeps you prepared for whatever the day brings. Working overnight to get you the latest breaking news. Stay ahead of the storm with Weather Impact Alert Days. Start with the team you trust on 3 News First Edition. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
What a day it has been. All pretty great beach weather, actually, as we did see some sunshine earlier today. Clouds are starting to build in now. It's 71 degrees at the beach. We do have waves that are 4 feet. They're going to pick up with this cold front, but the sea surface temperature will drop. We're watching for the impact that may have on cold-stunned sea turtles because it is going to get really cold here. But it's crazy to think about the cold when we made it to 80 degrees today in Corpus Christi. 68 to the average high for this time of year. The record, you see, that was 90 We are tracking a cold front, though, that's going to move in Saturday morning. The timeline anywhere between 4 a.m. and 2 p.m. It does look like it kind of slows down as it approaches our southern region. But what you need to know are the impacts, right? So we're going to see temperatures fall from nearly 70 to 40, pending when that front arrives. We also are looking at temperatures with low temperatures overnight in the 60s, then they're going to get potentially into the 20s. That's more so by Monday morning. Wind will be out of the north, gusting around 30 to 35 miles per hour. Then we are looking at dangerously cold wind chills with that strong wind. But what I want to show you also here is look at this drop. We're talking 70 in the morning, then 51 by 3 p.m., then 32 by Sunday morning. So weather impact alert for the front moving through Saturday. Then we're going to see off and on rain showers, some thunderstorms with the front, another round of thunderstorms early Sunday morning, a brief window or a brief opportunity Sunday morning where we see that glaze of ice possible on bridges, hard freeze Monday morning, possibly Tuesday morning. Then we get north winds really throughout this whole event. So that's going to keep our wind chills on the cold side. Even into Monday, we're talking a wind chill around 15. That area with the best chance of freezing precipitation, that's our northern counties. It's going to be Live Oak County, Bee County, Refugio County, and even Aransas County. Some isolated sleet may mix in as well for this area. Avoid unnecessary travel because bridges could turn icy. But remember, if we are 33 degrees, we will not have ice on our roads. So it is a fine line that we're flirting with. Isolated power outages are possible, especially since we are going to be pretty breezy. We are talking that northeastern area, 2.5 hours below freezing, or 2 to 5 hours below freezing, rather. That's why you have the best shot of that freezing rain. Rainfall is also something we're going to see. We're talking almost an inch of rain for northern portion of the coastal bend, around a half an inch possible in Corpus Christi. And look at that, the northern watershed could see 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, which will be really nice. Here's the timeline of the arrival of this cold front, right? So you're going to see a chance for some thunderstorms between San Antonio and Corpus Christi especially. This is as early as 8 o'clock in the morning. Then by 10 o'clock, the front is starting to move through Corpus Christi. Weaker storms on the inland side of this front, but through Aransas County, we could see some strong storms. They could even have some small hail mixed within them. That wouldn't be sleet, though. It would be hail because our temperatures will still be warm at that point. Sleet starts to possibly mix in, as well as some freezing rain early Sunday. Again, this is mostly Live Oak, Bee, and Refugio County, possibly Aransas County. Then once the rain clears out, we're not worried about freezing precipitation after that. We're going to be too dry heading into Monday. So the big impacts, the weather impact alert, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday morning. Freezing temperatures, freezing rain only possible Sunday morning. Protect your 4 Ps. That's going to be pets, pipes, plants, and people. Dress warmly as well. Lots of layers. You want to cover up your skin as much as possible because that's how you can get things like hypothermia in these cold temperatures if you're outside in them. Try to limit how much time you spend outside, and if you do go outside, bundle up, especially Monday morning. That temperature is 24, but the wind chill could be down to 15, and then we will see temperature back up around 28 there Tuesday. But yeah, we still have some warm air in play, and today was actually really quite a fabulous day. And enjoying that day is Leslie Adamy out at the livestock show there in San Pat County. How's it going, Leslie?
Hey, Carly, thanks so much for all of those updates. I know we're going to be checking back in with you throughout the show for all of those important developments. I am still hanging out here in Sinton at the NH show, and I'm still in the homemaking building where you guys, these homemaking projects are out of this world. I am with 2 students who are the masterminds behind these some other projects, and they are Brooklyn and Brennan. I'm going to start out, though, really quick with an interview with Miss Brooklyn here with your painting. Brooklyn, talk to me about this. It looks like it did pretty well.
So this is my piece called Spectating. It's a reverse watercolor painting. And so basically I painted on the glass, starting with the images that were closest to the viewer. And then we just put this white behind it, and it turned out like that.
Brooklyn, this is incredible. Very, very impressive. How long did it take you to do this?
This took me about 2 weeks to do.
Wow, so I assume you've been painting for an artist for quite a while, huh?
Yes, definitely. I've always done art, and I'm glad to like finally put it into shows and like see where it gets me.
Well, I got you pretty far. It looks great. Brooklyn, congratulations. Looks awesome. I also have Brennan here. And Brennan, you have 2 projects in hand right here. Tell me a little bit about them.
So this is a cream cheese coffee cake. It's actually a family heirloom. We've made it plenty of times. I make it for my teachers at school all the time, for Teacher Appreciation Week and many other times for like festivals. And this is a rose that I made specifically for somebody, but I'm not gonna share that. But it's very, it took a lot of time.
We love a little mystery, but tell us a little bit about this rose. How long did it take you to make it? What's it made of?
Probably about a week, and it's mostly made out of metal. There's a little bit of welding done and lots of bending. I burned myself quite a few times doing it.
Oh no.
But
and these projects did pretty well as just
yes,
like Giftland.
yes, they this placed grand with food, and this place reserved with handicraft.
And the judges, I see, took quite a few bites out of it.
Yes.
They clearly loved it as well.
Yes, they did.
Very good. Well, that just goes to show the myriad of different projects that are here at the homemaking portion of the livestock show. We have, of course, baked goods, metal designs, and beautiful paintings. And as you can see behind me, even more creations by these incredibly talented students. Hey, coming up on 3 News at 6, I'm going to be taking you to the show ring arena to meet some of the animals as well. But for now, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we're back after this.
Right now at Rooms To Go, get beautiful living rooms at super low prices. Shop this versatile sleeper sectional in soft microfiber fabric with pop-out sleeper on sale, just $8.95 or $18 a month, interest-free for 50 months, only at Rooms To Go.
Injured? Get Wainwright.
Go for the real money.
Trusted, experienced, and a real fighter for justice.
You need the most money possible.
So get Wainwright Injury Lawyers.
You need real money. Get Wainwright Injury Lawyers.
I don't know if the world knows this, but kids are expensive. And when we found out we were pregnant, of course, we were looking for any ways to slash bills.
And making sure we only had what we needed so that everything was less stressful.
And saving money with our internet bill really helped us out a lot. Came to Spectrum because we were with AT&T before, and Spectrum just had better deals.
That money we saved with Spectrum just added to what we could repurpose for our daughter.
Real customers, real savings. To see how much you can save, visit spectrum.com/save.
Nice team, let's get it, let's go! Buckle up, it's gonna be a long one. Don't quit on me, come on! Power shots, let's get it! Be a little quicker, let's go! Keep going!
Hi, sorry for interrupting.
Trust me, I needed the break.
With complimentary Ford mobile service, we'll come to you to service your vehicle so you can keep working on the new you.
Right now, buy 4 select tires, get an $80 rebate by mail. Hurry, offer ends January 31st.
An injury can change your life in an instant. When Sam Sherman answers a call, he knows the person on the line is facing a life-changing tragedy. Car accidents, truck and motorcycle crashes, child injuries. Combining experience with empathy, Sam Sherman moves quickly to secure your medical care and ensure insurance companies honor their commitments. Sam handles serious injury cases and gets serious results for his clients. He never backs down. Sam is ready to fight for you and help you start your road to recovery. Call Sam Sherman. He's born to win.
Right now at Rooms To Go, shop beautiful dining sets for any space. Go classic, just $5.99. Charming, just $6.88. Or counter height, just $7.88. A great dining selection, on sale now. Only at Rooms To Go.
Tonight,
I heard somebody running from behind me. I really thought he was gonna die.
we have a killer in our community. What played out next? This is a detail only the killer would know. Chilling 2020, tonight on ABC and stream on Disney Plus and Hulu.
Well, a family in Freer is getting their moment in the spotlight. They're stepping off the South Texas stage and onto a national one. Tonight, we're hearing from the local family who recently appeared on Family Feud. They sat down with our Ryan Hopper to share their experience. Ryan?
Mike, I had a great time meeting the Garza family today, whose business, Muy Grande, has helped hunters across the Texas brush country for 6 decades. And while the Garza girls are used to hunting bucks, in April, they got to hunt for thousands of them, this time in Atlanta, Georgia, on the set of Family Feud. Even before appearing on Family Feud, it's always been about family at Muy Grande. Their world-famous annual deer hunting contest has been a brush country institution for 61 years. The inspiration for it all? the Garza girls' late father, the legendary Lionel Moy Garza, who helped put the small town of Freer, Texas on the map.
It's grown significantly over the years. Dad started it with one category, which was based on the widest spread. And here we are today with over 11 divisions and several categories. And we actually host over 1,000 to 2,000 hunters every hunting season.
Hunters from across the state and country nearly double the population of the town every November and December, all because of the trusted brand and legacy Garza's daughters carry on today.
Dad always taught us to work hard, put forth your best effort, and when it gets hard, you work harder. You don't give up, you don't quit, and you just persevere. And I just feel like that has played a big role in the way we've raised our families.
Megan, Imelda's daughter, sent in the application without her mom or aunt's knowledge because Elda, the family's matriarch, is a Family Feud superfan.
My mom is an avid Family Feud. You have to watch it every single day and every single show, not just once. You have to watch it all every single time it's showing.
And while they can't disclose how they did until the episode airs, they do have this warning for any future contestants.
We didn't have that time.
No.
It's so quick. It's so fast.
It's fast.
So when you see the bloopers, the bloopers are legit.
Yes.
And it can happen to anyone. You cannot think that, oh, I'd be great at the show or anything like that, because in the moment with the lights and Steve Harvey and a live audience in front of you, it's a lot to take in. It's a very surreal experience.
Now, multiple watch parties will be held in Freer on February 24th when the episode airs, and you can get those details on Muy Grande's Facebook page. Again, y'all, until it airs, the Garza girls cannot talk about the appearance on the show, but they did say that they hope they made South Texas proud. And Mike, survey says they did. And after the break, we've got a final check on your weekend weather forecast.
This car hit me from behind. We ended up going to the emergency room. Herman & Herman was on top of things, and they never let me down. I didn't expect to get the settlement that I got. If anybody's been injured, don't hesitate to call Herman & Herman.
Herman & Herman, always putting you first.
So if we spend a third of our lives sleeping, shouldn't we try to get the best sleep possible? That's why Denver Mattress is all about that sleep life.
And during the January sell-off, everything is on sale.
Save $150 off our Doctor's Choice hybrid lineup and take $100 off any Buena Vista mattress.
Plus, purchase any Tempur-Pedic and get a $300 gift.
Or get 60 months no interest and free shipping. Improve your sleep life one night at a time. Only at Denver Mattress. The easiest way to get the right mattress.
When a company vehicle hits you, the fight isn't just against the driver, it's against the corporation and their insurance team. Their goal is to protect themselves. Ours is to protect you. At Thomas J. Henry, we've handled some of Texas's toughest company vehicle cases. With over $1 billion recovered for our clients in the last 4 years, we have the results and the experience to back us up. When big companies cause big problems, we get big results. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Nissan trucks and SUVs are built for next-level adventure. Too much gear? Dirt? Rock? Sand? Get in a Nissan truck or SUV and feel unstoppable. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get 0% APR for 60 months when financed through NMAC, or get up to $5,000 customer cash on select new models.
Ken Paxton isn't just corrupt, he's weird. Paxton's been caught in multiple affairs, resulting in his wife divorcing him. As AG, Paxton cashed in on your dime, pocketing $2 million from a taxpayer-funded contract. His staff turned him in for bribery and corruption. He fired them, violating the Whistleblower Act and costing Texas taxpayers millions, breaking the law. Ken Paxton, too corrupt, too weird to be our senator. Texans for conservative majorities responsible for the content of this ad.
So you've got these projects on your list. You've been wanting to update your kitchen, organize your closets, and build the backyard oasis of your dreams. But where do you start? Well, projects solved. The Corpus Christi Spring Home and Garden Show is here. Need a reliable contractor? You'll find them at the show. Looking for a landscaping pro? They're here too. Bring your photos, plans, and ideas and meet one-on-one with local service providers.
One place, one weekend, all your projects solved.
Closed captioning of 3 News is brought to you by KIII TV and sponsored by Herman & Herman, always putting you first.
All right, we do hope you'll join us again tonight for 3 News at 6, where we will have an update on the 2 Corpus Christi police officers who were shot this afternoon. That and a whole lot more news. Again, though, the bigger news that we've been focusing on here this week, our weather. Final word there.
Yeah, the winter storm is here. We're starting to see the rain transitioning to freezing rain and sleet across areas along I-20 there in Dallas-Fort Worth. That is happening soon. And so, yeah, the winter storm has arrived for us here in the coastal band. We do have a few spotty light rain showers, but we are in that warm air mass before we turn cold tomorrow. So it's currently 74 degrees. We made it up to 80 degrees today, by the way. Overnight, we're going to get down into the 60s. But what I want to point out is change is coming quickly as we head into Saturday. There is a chance for some thunderstorms as the front is moving in, and temperatures will near 70 early in the morning before they fall into the 50s and 40s. So I highlighted that red time frame because that's our best shot at some thunderstorms and then some rain trailing behind the front. And then we make it a little bit of a break into the afternoon, and then we see another round of some rain as we head into Sunday morning, and that's when we are watching for the potential of some of that transitioning to freezing rain or sleet.
Thank you, Carly. We'll see you back here tonight at 6.